don't have a solid listing presentation that we're just going to knock out every time like clockwork. We don't have to think about it, right? Or is it
that kind of falls in that confidence level? You know, if you don't feel like you are confident enough to handle that phone call or to handle that conversation, because yet again, falls back on our scripting of not knowing what to say and how to say it, or even if we're scripted enough to handle the objections that may come our way.
That's a great one.
I know for me, confidence, it was huge in the very beginning for me. And even times I'm like, I don't know if I can answer that correctly. You know, they're going to throw something at me, but it's all here because we think of what they're going to say before we've even got on the phone call and no one has said anything to us. So I think it's just a matter of, you know, if our confidence isn't there, we're not making the calls. But I would love to see what everybody's saying, you know, where you're at, because that really directs where we can go with this call today.
So I've got 4 out of 6 people have answered the question. I don't want to end it early in case I cut anybody off who's still typing. Is there anyone? We were just waiting for 2 more people to answer that question. And if you're not comfortable to put you know, details in, guys, just put something in so I know that you've answered, and then we can open up the answers and move on.
Yeah, and so guys, if it's scripting, again, is it mindset? Is it listing presentation? Is it handling objections? Is it closing? Is it you're going on the appointment and you have a good presentation, then you're just not closing? Or are you not closing enough on the call, right? Are you having a hard time getting in those 3 to 5 closes every single time, right? So that you're getting the appointments. Is it that you're not pre-qualling correctly? Are you going on so many appointments that once you get there, you just can't list them? And that could have been solved had you had a solid pre-qualification script that you took them through before you went on the appointment. Guys, I will tell you, I listed massive amounts of for sale by owners during the market crash. And back then I would set 10 appointments a week and 7 would cancel and I would only go on 3. So I would cancel a lot of them, right? By the time I got through the pre-qual, and I'm like, I can't help these people for various different reasons, right? I'm not going to go. Or sometimes they would cancel, whatever, right? So let us know. And then Martin, just so we're not holding up for, maybe we just have somebody that's like, I'm not telling you, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's
well,
cool.
and let's put this out there too. You know, this is a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
We are not judging anyone on their answers. The only reason that we ask these questions is so that we can direct our presentation and coach you in the right fashion and in the direction that you're wanting to go. That is the only reason. So there's absolutely no judgment, because believe me, if anyone judged me on my call reluctance in the beginning and every so often, even now, I've got it. So don't feel bad.
Yeah,
Awesome.
me too.
So I'll kill it there. We've got 5 out of 6 have answered. So I'll end it.
Okay, what do we have for answers?
Let's have a quick look here. It's a different kind of poll, so I have to have a look at the way to look at it. Hang on one sec.
No worries.
Can you see that? Can you see them?
I can see 100. Oh, I see 100% answered, but we don't see the actual answers.
You don't see the answers. Okay, here we go. So one person said consistency. Another one said new and don't know what to say, no training on what to do, so I looked it up on YouTube. A third person said focus, and then the fourth person said mindset, have not wanted to cold call. And then the fifth person said scripting and presentation would be helpful to have KPIs, figuring out how many pitches per day, etc. So that's your 5.
Okay, that was a great one. Okay, so I'm going to tackle a few of these. Call reluctance is real. 20 years of doing this, I still have it. It never goes away, people. So focus and mindset and kind of not wanting to make the calls. Guys, I have used different things over the years to protect me from myself, right? So I cannot speak highly enough about the power of accountability and accountability partners. Now, I am going to tell you, do not use your boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, or wife for your accountability partner it is doomed to fail because it's too personal a relationship, and then it feels like they're nagging you, and then you need, or they'll let you off the hook because they love you, right?
Yeah.
You need an accountability partner, ideally who's also making calls. So on this group, we have a group of people that would like to make calls. And so one great way would be to kind of pick, like we find a way to share everybody in this group, right? And say, okay, let's get some accountability partners. And then you make a rock solid commitment to your accountability partner of what you're going to do. It's exactly like having a gym partner where you would normally skip the gym and not get out of bed. It's freaking cold. It's early. The heck with that. But there's no way you're going to leave your partner hanging, sitting in the gym parking lot, waiting for you and not go. Okay. An accountability partner for calling works the exact same way. So you don't need to be in the same location. You could be on the other sides of the planet. Okay. What it is a commitment to each other. You're going to tell each other what you're going to do every day. And so you're going to, and we had a contract, dude. Okay. My old broker, when I was a managing broker, we were psychos about this, but Tamara's laughing. We did some evil stuff to people that broke their accountability. Like we put dog collars on them and shock them, or they'd have to eat a wet can of cat food at the morning meeting. Like we made a big, it turned into a big deal. It turned into like our own version of Fear Factor. I'm not even kidding. But you don't have to do any of that stuff. Okay. You just write out in an email what you're going to commit to. So here's what goes on your accountability contract, the length of time it's going to run. Okay. I'm going to tell you in the beginning, do it for 30 days and no longer than 90 days. Okay. Something doable. You could do anything for 90 days, guys. And 90 days is kind of a magic number in real estate. Okay. Because if you don't know this, probably everybody does. From the day you start doing the work, you are 90 to 100 days away from a paycheck. Okay, so you need that consistency. For my person that said consistency, and accountability will help you be consistent for 90 days. And then you know what'll happen at the 90-day mark? You'll be like, whoa, I got like 5 closings. Life is a lot better with 5 closings than with no closings, right? So you decide how long the accountability is going to run for, what you're going to be accountable to, how many people are you going, so I'm going to give you guys my definitions. I think they're the best. You don't need to use them, but I've done accountability with a lot of agents for a lot of years. I would count contacts. Okay. A contact is I made communication with another human being and they communicated back to me 2 ways. Now, back in the day, I only had phones, right? But now I count text, DMs, Facebook Messenger, phone call. Okay. If they respond back, so they answer the phone, they say, are you an agent? F you, hang up. I'm like, well, thank you. I got that one quickly. I need 20 more. F you. And I'm like, wow, I'm gonna get done pretty quick today. This is a true story, you guys. I don't care. Here's my definition. They have to be over the age of 18. Why? Because only in the United States, you have to be 18 to be able to sign a legal binding contract. And you need to be the homeowner, right? So if I'm calling, texting, and doing messaging, I'm going to define what a contact is. My definition is if they respond back to me and there's 2-way communication, it's a contact, even if they hang up on me. Even if they say, put me on your do not call list, whatever. Next, how many of those are you going to commit to doing a day? Is it 10 a day? Is it 20 a day? Is it 30 a day? Is it 40 a day? How many is it a day? How many days a week? What do you get to take a day off? Okay. Do you get to take a day off if you're throwing up? My rule was you only got to take a day off if a bone was broken or you were hemorrhaging blood or somebody you loved had a broken bone or was hemorrhaging blood. Otherwise, your accountability would invoke. You're like, what does that mean? You're like, we're on a training with a crazy woman. Okay. What I mean is, for me, accountability isn't really accountability if there's not a little smack, a little punishment for not performing. Okay. Otherwise, people will slither out of it. They just do. So you decide what your accountability is. Mine was $20 a day. If I was late, and then what time are you going to start? What time? Is it 8 a.m. sharp? Is it 9 a.m. sharp? What is it? And if I wasn't on the call or making my contacts right then at that moment, right, I'd instantly have to pay my accountability partner $20. And so it was, it was Deanna Lee. So we did $20 a day. And then we had a bigger one. Like if you missed more than one day in a week, right? Because we'd pile it up. She and I both went and bought like $200 gift cards